Hey, Steven, we got to figure out an intro to the podcast.
That works.
Testing.
Testing.
Ready to rock?
Let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for listening to another episode of the No Fluff MSP Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Tahir Hamed. Got my co-host,
Stephen Badorf. Welcome back.
the legend,
as always.
the creative director. Went from intern to creative director in record time.
Yeah, I guess so. No, I just have a super big ego for no reason.
I mean, it is super cool. Yeah, so I'm going to try not to sound too stressed out during this whole podcast. We're like a month and a half away from ScaleCon, and my goodness, this is when things get real busy real quick. But fortunately, we're in a way better position than we were last year. Things are already going smoother, but no matter how proactive you are, no matter how much you have your stuff in order, doing a big event like this with 300-400 people, it's just a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can only go so smooth.
It can only go so smooth. So fortunately, I mean, the way it's looking, it's going to be a much better, more exciting event than next year. More time for networking, getting to know each other than last year. Wow.
Next year's ScaleCon is going to suck,
Yeah,
but this
next
one's going to
year-
be great.
Exactly. So, but, you know, obviously we have a couple of things on our mind. Over the next month, there's a couple of big podcasts that I've been thinking through for months. They've been on the board, and now it's like, let's start getting some of these out. This one is something that's just kind of always been core to who I am and kind of how we operate at MSP Camp and how we operated at Alltek. And that is the purpose of marketing, right? I'm going to pull up my notes real quick. If I had to boil down marketing into one thing, and it's actually a good way to think about marketing to keep our eyes on the prize. If I had to boil it down to one thing, it's the goal of marketing is to make sales easier.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, so easy that it's just like a quick process for them. I feel like the bulk of it, we've talked about this on podcasts before too, but like the bulk of it, if you put the bulk of the work into the marketing, sales is really just like they sign if you do all the precursors correctly.
Yeah. Like, how do we make every appointment seem like a referral?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
You can have the best salesperson in the world. And this is why sales training, it's like, I think sales training is great. I think it's important. But it's like, we can have the best salesperson in the whole world. But if they have to source all their own leads, if they have no social proof, they have no compelling collateral, the business has no brand recognition or authority to move this process along, they're going to fail. Or they're very likely to fail. And if they don't fail, they're not going to be around for long because they're a freaking rock star. So that's just the reality of it. I think the MSPs that have a salesperson and are succeeding, for the most part, are marketing first, right? And then they have a salesperson because they got too busy running leads, and they have a salesperson help them, of course, generating leads, but also closing the leads that are coming in, right?
Yeah. It kind of comes down like there's no like secret sales technique of how to talk to the person that's going to beat one review from a really good client or something like that. Like it's just having that work in the front, like not having social proof, it almost like it's a death sentence a lot of the times.
Oh yeah, especially in today's world. Yeah.
But if you can walk in like that with that, it doesn't matter how you structure your sentence to sell to them. Like you have the reviews to back it up. Like it's just so much easier for the client to move along.
Yeah.
Not to say there aren't sales techniques that work great. It's just that it's that front end work that we've seen ourselves really pay off in dividends.
It really is. In a weird goal I have.
Your bag.
The bag.
Or is this not a bag?
It's not a bag.
Oh, darn.
It's kind of a bag. It's like this weird goal I have. It's to get to $10 million in annual recurring revenue without a salesperson. It's not that I have anything against salespeople at all. It's just, I was a salesperson, right?
Yeah.
And salespeople are highly, highly, highly valuable. We just are a marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to just show the world that like marketing is more important
No, yeah, I have a ton of respect for sales. I could not do.
Oh no, incredible,
salespeople
incredible.
do.
Don't worry, salespeople. If you're a salesperson, listen to this. I'm not bashing on you all the time. I've got some good points here for you too. But to me, marketing is more important. It's just more important than sales, even in the B2B space, right? So yeah, the vast majority of businesses do need a salesperson. I'm not saying salespeople are bad or getting a salesperson is bad. None of that. However, if you do an exceptional job at marketing, the owner can be the salesperson for so much longer than we think.
Yeah.
I think oftentimes when the owner thinks, oh, I have to be a salesperson, they think they have to cold call. And it's like, no. You don't. If you're a salesperson listening to this, if you're a salesperson in the MSP space listening to this, then good. You're actually doing the right thing. You know how I know that? Because you're learning about marketing.
Yeah.
You're learning about marketing because you realize,
you specifically,
if that's you, that your life is made way easier if you can focus on marketing initiative. Mm-hmm. Like when I got moved from where I actually started running the sales, and I say this often, it didn't make me go, oh, marketing's not important. It made me go, oh shit, I have to double down on marketing.
I need this, and this. Yeah.
I'm the one having to close the deals.
Mm-hmm.
I need to actually do more marketing. So it actually made me a better marketing, realizing how important it is to that sales spot.
Yeah.
And if you're the owner, focus more on marketing and account management. I think I've fallen into this trap too. I think we oftentimes think as a business owner, if this is the business owner, there's a couple different personas that listen to the podcast. So I do have to kind of
talk to each one.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I've fallen into this trap too, where I just feel like there's going to be this magic salesperson. I almost did it at MSP camp. I didn't because I realized.
I remember,
yeah.
Talked about this.
Like you just think there's going to be this magic salesperson that will just come in.
Leads pouring in immediately.
Yeah, make all the calls, go door knocking, set the appointment, close the appointment, and all you have to do is pay him a $50K base plus 1 month MRR. And I'm telling you, if that person exists, you hold on to them tightly. Hold on to them at night.
Give them a little kiss.
Cuddle with them. Kiss them on the neck, you know.
Whoa.
I mean, seriously, it's like, it's just so, that's just like, it's magical thinking.
Yeah, if you have them, give us our number.
Yeah.
We'll get in contact.
I hired a marketing person and an account management person at Alltek Services. I didn't even consider hiring a salesperson when we were $2, $3, $4+ million because the marketing was doing the work. The marketing was doing the work. All I had to do was show up, listen more than I talked, which you hear me say all the time, and just not mess it up. That's it. I just had to show up. They already consumed our content. They already saw other people worked with us.
Pre-qualified.
They're so pre-qualified. I didn't care about maximum number of leads. I cared about every conversation needed to be as close to a close as possible. Mm-hmm. Because like I was extremely busy too at that point. And like my time was so valuable. And if you're the owner trying to do sales, yours is the same. So it's like every appointment has to be pretty fucking qualified. I'm not doing this like 10 appointments for one close type stuff. It's like, no. So when we think of market, anything on that, Stephen?
No, I think you nailed it. I mean, I think it's a great point too, just about like the owners diving into that sales role more. Cause like, that's basically how we do it here at MSP camp. Mm-hmm. And like, there's a big difference for an MSP, like from an owner jumping into sales to an owner jumping into like technician work, right? Like it's just such a big
dude. That's such
difference.
A good point. It's such a good point. It's still our comparative advantage because we're growing the business. You're exactly right. Which is why I've been spending a ton of time in the last few months getting out of the operations role. Obviously, so important. I'm going to be involved, but it's like if my time is not spent like bettering our product by like what is the most ideal services I can provide and growing the business and like nurturing my team and teaching my team, then my time is being wasted. Literally, like there's an opportunity cost. Mm-hmm. When we think of marketing like that, the way we just said it, it's make sales easier. And that it's not all about lead generation, right? I know, oh no, the marketing person's saying it's not all about lead generation. Oh, wow. I'm not selling anything, right? Like I was the marketing person for an Alltek and like, why did I do all of these different things? It wasn't just because it's like everything has to be direct response marketing. What we do creates a direct response. Like that type of marketing is great. And we do that too. But like when you think of it in the sense of like it should make all sales easier, then it does make sense to hold events. Then it does make sense to get an exorbitant amount of social proof. Then it does make sense to go to networking so they can see your face and meet you and know, like, and trust you. Then it does make sense to create content as often as possible, educating and entertaining your audience. Like those things, are those things going to be direct, immediate lead generation? Oftentimes, no. But are they going to, over time, bring you leads, build your authority, and get your revenue up over the years? 100%. And I know this like with full certainty because I've seen it over and over and over again, not just for Alltek, not just for MSP Camp, but the people we help today, like the MSPs that are succeeding are the ones that understand this and they go hard on it. And they know marketing first. Marketing is more important.
Yeah. I would say my only thing on that too is just like the best part of it as well is like you're not like getting that video testimonial, using it once and now it's lost its value. Like you have this thing created now that's just in your library basically of things you can use for your sales in the future.
Like how many times have you landed on MSP site and they have like even an actual photo of their team? How many times have you landed on an MSP site and they had a video testimonial from multiple clients on the homepage?
It always makes me so happy, but it's so rare. Right.
So it's like if we do those things that are so rare, like how many MSPs that you know right now are holding events in your local? I always hear, we have 100 MSPs in our market. It's like, cool. How many of them are doing cool shit? None? Great.
They're not known, basically.
Great. Yeah. There's your opportunity, right? Great point, Stephen.
Thanks, Tahir.
I mean, it's a great point. No, I was telling myself I just made a great point to you.
Oh, okay.
No, just kidding. I'm just obviously
great point.
Great point. When we think of it as a lens of like, what lead did I get from this today? It's easy to get disheartened. Now, granted, if you're doing like Google AdWords or like cold calling, like there are certain things where you do 100% need to have that mindset. Yeah. Like absolutely. Like if I'm spending $3,000 a month for AdWords, like what leads did I get for that? Like 100%. Like
that's much more like cut and dry. Yeah.
There are things like that where you do need to be like real, like direct response stuff. You do like need to pay close attention to that. But like the other stuff that we sometimes, unfortunately, as MSPs devalue, yet have the highest value for long-term lead generation.
Yeah.
But when you think of it as making sales easier by creating more opportunities that are qualified instead of maximum number of conversations, ensuring they already know who we are, and because they consume content on our site that's not just gibberish, on social media, they're on our emails, they're on our newsletter, they watch our videos because they're fun or entertaining or awesome, then the sales process is now just confirming what they already think, that we're the right choice. If we do all that, then we have a healthy and optimistic approach to marketing. I guess that's the point, right? That's the main point today. Every single thing that we create is a magnet. Every single thing that we create is a magnet. So let's attract more of our dear clients towards us. When they are already attracted to our business, the close comes shockingly easy. Shockingly easy. And so instead of wasting our time trying to set unqualified appointments, it's almost better to use that time to create more content.
Yes.
To improve our website, to get more social proof, to get more video, to become an entertainment and media company first. As I've said on the podcast a few times, like we kind of took it like, I love that Tom said, we're not an IT company, we're a marketing and sales organization that sells IT. And then I was kind of like, I hear you. But over the years, we turned into like a media company that sells IT.
Yeah.
And that's, man, did that make it easy. And that's kind of where we're shifting to MSP Camp, and again, every time we do that, we grow faster.
I mean, even this podcast, right? Like we have so many people like reach out over email. It's like, Tahir, Steven, like, I feel like I know you guys, which is exactly what you need. And like, that makes the sale so much easier because then you can talk to them like a friend rather than you're starting from zero, right?
And it's amazing how many of those conversations it is like talking to a friend. Like they're so comfortable.
It's not really selling. You're just talking.
Yeah, there's like no awkward conversations anymore because it's like, oh, you already know me. Like I know I've gotten your emails or I get to know you pretty quick. I totally agree with you. So as an example of that, like I only take appointments now, right, with current members. So for like our higher level services, I literally someone could email me and say, hey, I want to sign up for your $3,000 a month inbound package. And I would say, don't do that. I'd say start at the Scout Plus.
Make sure you like our stuff,
and
right?
It's funny, yeah, exactly. Like someone might think I'm bullshitting right now. Somebody's like, oh, sure, someone's going to email. It's like, no, literally, there's like 4 emails in the last month where I've had to do that. Because they're not reaching out usually to be like, hey, I'm ready to sign up. They're like, hey, I want to talk about this thing. And I'm like, no. Like we are in like the heat of growing a business. I cannot jump on an hour-long call to try and sell you something. I can't. I can't do it. I need you as qualified as you can possibly be. I need you to bought into what we do, how we do it. And you are reaching out to say, like, I just need to ask some questions and then jump on it. Because I just found sales, like, why do I do that? Because sales is so much easier that way. They already know, like, and trust us. I just have to confirm what they already know. And then they make the best clients. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's probably something where like they're asking for that 3,000 thing and now you're offering the $100 and then they don't sign up for the $100, right? Like, has that ever happened?
No, usually they start with Scout Plus and then over a few months. Like,
okay, perfect. So they'll still take the Scout Plus?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It works that way pretty great. And then like some people, they end up canceling Scout Plus and it's like, cool, perfect. I'd rather you cancel a $97 thing than like a $3,000 thing where I have to onboard you and like, oh my God, like no, thank you.
Absolutely.
It's also why our inbound package is, the retention is so high. One, we're actually getting results. But two, like they're willing to be even more lenient. Like sometimes it may take way longer than I expected it to take to get them leads. But they're still like, yeah, but I like you guys. And like, I see what you're doing. I see you guys are hiring people, you're adapting, you're getting better. Like they're just saying, you know what, we're going to put our chips in with you guys. So when somebody reaches out cold, and this is just an example, right? I direct them to the $97 Scout Plus membership. Like I just want them to consume our content, like consume the content, like warm them up because the quality they're receiving at $97, they're like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, jump on, join a fireside chat. Yeah. Just be around in the forums.
And so then they sell themselves. Or they get in there and go, oh, actually, like, this is not what I was expecting.
This fucking sucks.
This content sucks. It's like, cool. Well, we both just saved a bunch of time here, right? That's the value of marketing. Like that is the value of marketing. Someone consuming your content, understanding what you do, understand how you do it, that you're different from everybody else before they even reach out. That's the same path you can take with marketing for your MSP. It's literally the exact same thing we did at Alltek. It's the same exact thing. It's the exact same playbook.
Yeah.
Now, is that playbook easy? No, it is time consuming, which is why I often say, like, get a marketing intern. Like, you need to be creating content. You need to be adapting MSP Camp content and getting it out on the regular. Like, you need to be actively marketing. But if you reallocate resources to double down on marketing, you'll be amazed at how fast that can happen.
Absolutely.
You'll be amazed at how fast that can happen. Good thing is we are probably 1 or 2 weeks away from the marketing checklist on the site. I mean, it blows my mind.
finishing touches, so we should be close.
It blows my mind that we did not do this earlier.
The case was so much stuff at MSP Camp. We're like, oh, we should have done that a year ago.
Like, what the hell were we thinking? I think it's just business in general. You're like, oh, we're doing all this good stuff. And it's like, wait, what about like the core, like the easy, like the things that.
There's a thing where it's like the best time to do it was yesterday. Second best time is now. Yeah. So.
Because like we have so much stuff, so much training on the site, like an insane amount of guides, videos, like so much training's there. But then I'll get a member who's been a member for like a year. They're like, how do I hold a webinar? And I'm like, we've had a guide on there for a year. Like, what do you mean? Like, it tells you exactly what to do. And like, well, how do I do I need a Google business profile? I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, hey, I don't have a physical presentation folder. I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, this is not only stuff I've been saying on the podcast, it's all over the site. And then it just dawned on us. We're like, well, that's because we're like making it hard.
Yeah. And we're looking at it from people who have been in it from the beginning.
Exactly.
So like when you look at it from an outside perspective, it's like, absolutely, they wouldn't find this guy that's on one checkbox of the 50 checkboxes we have in the campaign content, right? So
100%. So what we're doing is literally, we're just going to be like, when someone logs in, if you're an existing member, we're going to make it super simple to see. It's like, here's your checklist. Like before you get started in marketing, here's phase 1. Like this is all the stuff you need to do. It's kind of adapted to the ultimate MSP marketing guide, but just making it a checklist and then having the resources there. So when it says like, set up local listings, it's like, cool, here's like the podcast on that. Here's like the guide on that. Like, here's how you do it. Like give the resources behind each checklist. And then any of the ones we can provide, like where it says start posting 3 times a week on social media, we're not using that as just a sales tool for our social media management service. What we're doing is like, here's our social media guide. Here's our entire social media course that we spent hours on and hired the best person in the channel. Like, so here's that. Here's the course. These are the things you need to do it yourself. Okay. You're not going to do it yourself. That's fine. The last thing on the list is like, if you just want us to do that piece for you, here it is. And so I think that's actually going to help. It's not like, wow, this checklist is a great sales tool. It's more like people tell us all the time they didn't know we did this. Mm-hmm. And so this is the opportunity to say, here's exactly what you need to do if you're doing it yourself. And then here's exactly what you need to do if you're a marketing person and wants to offload this off your plate. Or if you're the owner who thinks they'd rather their marketing person do things that we can't help with, right? So that is so close. And I think that's going to be a game changer, not only like for our members to get started the right way, but I think retention and them getting results faster.
Yes. Yeah, it makes me more confident in MSP Camp like overnight, I would say. Just because like we know like now it's like we're providing these things, but like the guides are just in their own section. Now it's like we know people have seen these guides.
Yeah.
Even if they haven't listened to all the podcast episodes.
Sorry, the reason I'm smiling is when I got done, you said yes. And I almost said, you agree, Steven? Which I think I've done many times and you're like, that's why I said yes.
I agree. But do you agree?
But do you agree?
We're doing this podcast later in the day.
Yeah.
Our brains are scrambled. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Do you though? Do you agree?
I'll tell you the truth after this podcast.
All right, y'all. Short and sweet one today. That
was a fun one, yeah.
You know, it's just the reality. Like it's just how it is. Like I think when I show up, when an MSP does reach out and they want us to help, I do an audit. Like, are you engaged in marketing or do you just want someone to do your marketing for you?
Yeah.
Right. And if you just want someone to do your marketing, it's like, well, then that's tough.
It can't be us. Yeah.
Like there's a reason one of our first podcast episodes stopped outsourcing your marketing. The reason is it's like, it's to get you in the mindset. It's like, you can't just say someone else is doing this. It's like, no, someone else is helping you hit your vision for where you want to go with your business, what your, differentiators are, where you want your company to be. Like where do you want to go and how can we help you get there instead of just like, hey, I want to grow a bunch, do all my stuff. It's like, it's tough.
I want to make a lot of money next week.
Yeah. So cool, y'all. Couple things at the recording of this podcast. We do have 1 week left on our social media management service. We are doing a 2 week long special on that. So we're going to do $100 off for that. So it's going to be $300 a month. If you're interested in our social media management service, Maddie's been absolutely killing it. She's so awesome. Her team's like really been doing great. We look at the data every single week to see which of the posts are performing the best, and we create more variations of that. It's like a feedback loop to the content team. So it's like we literally just keep getting better with that. She also helps members with custom stuff. Like if they have a thing coming up, they're like, hey, we're doing this. Maddie will just like get it created and post out. So it's pretty cool. I mean, for $300 a month, like I'm yet to see anybody even close to us when it comes to social media management. I think in general, but particularly in that price point.
And this is lifetime too. So it's not going to go back up to 400 at any point.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's not like 300 for this month. It's like it locks in that discount.
That'd be pretty lame. $100 off for 1 month and then you're paying us 500 actually.
It goes up 100. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. Obviously ScaleCon is coming up. We've been talking about like crazy. I'm sure you're already seeing the ads. We got a bunch of content going out because content is king. Ooh. So we're already 60% sold out on tickets. So if you are interested in getting it, like now is the time, go ahead and grab it. We did sell out on room blocks. We reached back out to them. They are extending. We're getting more room blocks. So make sure if you're interested in doing, like, just lock it in. Yeah. It's going to be a super fun time. Like, I'm super excited about it. Anything else, Steven?
All good. I found this episode. So going.
Yeah. Even though it's like 90 degrees in here. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, we're used to it from when we were back in the Alltek office before the Alltek office.
The little garage. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you listening.
Yep.
We're amazed. Thank you for reaching out, saying hi.
Yeah.
It's the best.
We're glad we can podcast every week and have people listen to it.
Yeah,
right?
Kind of mind blowing, actually.
Yep. So please keep watching.
Yeah. All 12 of you. All right. See ya. We'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Thanks for watching and listening.
Bye.
Or listening. I would say watching and listening.
You do.
I'm such an idiot.